relax and take notes. While I take totes, relax and take notes. While I take totes of the marijuana smoke, relax and take notes. While I take totes, relax and take notes. While I take totes of the marijuana smoke.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another great episode of Two Cigars and a Blunt. Of course, you know I am the man on the street.
This is your boy, Pharaoh King.
Tim Dog from Be More Careful. What you say about me today? I'm on fire.
Super villain, conspiracy brother, your mama's favorite,
Damn, it's Mike.
grandma's favorite, ancestors' favorite. Goddamn it, I'm my own favorite. Yes, goddamn it. I'm probably y'all favorite. I'm y'all favorite too. I know it. You ain't got to. I see the way y'all look at it.
I know.
I'm y'all favorite too.
I know who's not your favorite.
Give a
He's
shit.
not on the show. He's on the way though, probably.
Yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another great episode. But if this is your first time ever checking us out, this is how we always start our podcast off. We always got to ask the brothers, how's their day? Pharaoh, how's your day, my brother?
Well, as you know, we have you and I both. We did not go in this morning, so that was a blessing in itself. I got up, cut the grass. You know, I didn't do a Tim Dog. I did it. So
No. I cut my own grass.
okay, I cut the grass, man, and because I heard it was supposed to be raining, I saw it was supposed to be raining for like 7 days straight. So I wanted to get that taken care of. But my car works. My damn battery went out on me at work. So I got out. I had to get my son to come pick me up. Bought another $250 battery, like I was telling y'all before. Got in there. Thing started right up today, so I'm good to go. Back in business.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear that, man. Yeah, I was thinking about cutting my grass today too. I saw the weather, man. I said the hell with it. I might try to
had
get
6
some
hours, man.
it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Hopefully, it'll heat up a little bit tomorrow and I'll be able to cut it tomorrow. But I'm glad that you was able to cut your grass, and I'm glad that you were able to get your vehicle back on the road. Yeah, that battery, like I said, I went about 3-4 months with one of the little battery charger shit. I know I had a bad battery pocket. Just keep that bitch charged.
I done been there before.
How- like,
Had that bitch
how do you
plugged
put
into the
a- how do you
garage.
put a-
Let that bitch charged.
Yeah, how do you put a car battery on life support while you're driving it?
Hey, dog, and you don't have to put it on life support while you drive it. You just got to put it on life support when you start that bitch up. Once
No,
that
it
bitch
don't.
started, it's good.
What I say on Wednesday, he probably one of them people that put water in the battery.
Yeah,
thinking it's
yeah,
alkaline.
Hey, do what you got to do.
Put double A's in the freezer.
You guys got
Yeah.
that charger kit in the trunk.
You do
You
what
ain't
you got
got
to
no
do.
words.
You do what you got to do. Tip Dog, how's your day, my brother?
Man, my day was easy peasy because I ain't do shit. I did all my shit yesterday. I got
That's
up.
the best days, man.
Yeah, boy, I got up. First, I woke up about 8 o'clock. And I'm like, why the fuck am I up so early? I laid down and I woke up again. It was 11:30. I was like, there we go. And I just
Well, I'm glad to hear that you didn't do shit, man.
You gotta
That
put
you was
yourself
able,
back to sleep.
I'm glad that you was able to do what you
That's
wanted
what
to do,
babies
man.
do.
man, fuck you, Dad.
You got a time to chill out and enjoy the day. Yeah, what was the weather like there in Texas?
Actually, man, we have some beautiful weather because we got this big rain and shit like early in the night, and it's been in like in the 70s and the low 80s.
Okay,
And
that's
but
not bad.
we've been getting some thunderstorms at night though, and this whole rest starting tonight on up to Tuesday, it's gonna be raining. So, but
Okay.
they need it though. We need
Okay.
that shit.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, man, that the weather is right for you down there in Texas. What about you,
Yeah.
conspiracy brother, man? How was your day?
Oh, my days, it was wonderful, man. Trace graduated from 5th grade. So that I got 5 more graduations to go. So all these kids is old enough for me to have to be responsible for their ass.
Hey, what? But you that daddy.
Let him talk, Tim. Let him talk. Man on the street, let him talk. Just let him talk.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to figure
Just
out
let
how
him
you
talk.
got 5 more
Congratulations,
graduations.
nigga.
Yeah.
Look, I was 18 when my mom stopped being responsible for me. So
Oh,
shit.
Lord.
Well, you're not married to a person that's not gonna make you responsible. So we're gonna leave that alone. That's another conversation.
I saw the pictures.
Like I said, I got 5 more
super
graduations.
Keep bumping your gums.
I saw the pictures, man. I saw the pictures that that you and your wife took, man. Yeah, they came out nice, man. I'm glad to see that your son, yeah, It looked like he wasn't. To me, it looked like he didn't want to be there. He like, man, here, forget this shit over with. We go home.
I know.
He a social butterfly. So.
Look like he pissed off.
He don't want to be around y'all. That's what it was. He wanted to go do his own thing.
Go do your own thing, please.
I got you. I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm glad to hear that, conspiracy brother. As for me, fellas, man, my day went well. I can't complain. Woke up today, work on some videos like I always do, but enjoy the damn day. Had a few drinks.
Could have cut your grass.
Nah. I did what I wanted to do today. Tomorrow it'd probably be a cut grass day. The day was my day. What up, brother? Hey man, I had a beer that I didn't finish last night, so I had to finish it off. I don't waste no alcohol around here. So
that's a damn shame.
That's right.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Drinking some piss warm, flat ass beer.
It's all right though. They taste
probably
the
had
same.
A bug in it.
Hey, probably did, but it went down smooth. But
you say more protein.
More protein.
Hey, to go with that yeast.
Yeah, go with that yeast.
Go.
Brothers, man, we got a good conversation for the people tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, y'all be entertained. But first, we got to get into this goddamn silliness that's going on. Or better yet, the silliness dealing with our tax dollars. Oh my goodness. Yeah, your boy's at it again. And this time he wants you and me to pay for it.
President Trump has struck a deal with the Justice Department. The president has agreed to drop a $10 billion lawsuit against the IRS to create a fund that would compensate some of his closest allies using taxpayer money. Here's D.C. Bureau reporter Ross Ketchke with reaction tonight.
It is anti-weaponization.
Tonight, the Department of Justice is setting aside more than $1.7 billion in taxpayer money set to be paid out to allies of President Donald Trump who were investigated by the Biden administration.
This is reimbursing people that were horribly treated.
The president has long argued he and his supporters were the subjects of politically motivated prosecutions. After losing to Joe Biden in 2020, Trump himself faced multiple state and federal investigations tied to his personal finances, retention of classified documents, and efforts to overturn the election results.
These were people that were weaponized and really treated brutally by a system that was so corrupt, with corrupt people running it.
Since returning to the White House last year, he's used the power of the presidency to reward his political allies, issuing sweeping pardons to more than 1,000 people connected to the January 6th Capitol riot. This new settlement fund is being created in exchange for the president dropping his own multi-billion-dollar lawsuit against the IRS over the leak of his tax returns. That case created complicated legal questions, with the president suing government agencies that now report directly to him as commander-in-chief. But Democrats are slamming the move as a corrupt handout to the president's friends. Congressman Jamie Raskin writing, "This case is nothing but a racket designed to take $1.7 billion of taxpayer dollars out of the Treasury and pour it into a huge slush fund for Trump at DOJ to hand out to his private militia of insurrectionists, rioters, and white supremacists, including those who brutally beat police officers on January 6, 2021, and sycophant accomplices to his election-stealing schemes."
Conspiracy brother, I'm gonna come to you first, man, because I know you got the conspiracy angle on this on lock. I know you don't watch politics like the rest of us on the panel, but he's taking money that you pay into that you probably won't get back once you turn 62. So the question goes like this: is Trump anti-weaponization fund really about justice, or is it taxpayer-funded reward system for political allies?
Well, if his documents were leaked and they settling, I guess that's enough said for me. If something he's suing because his documents got leaked, that's the reason he's suing.
But
they settling to pay him money because the documents got leaked.
Let me ask you this. He was one. I think he was one of, I believe,
203,000 people.
Yeah, he was just that one person. Just one person. And it wasn't all his documents. It was just his tax return that he said that he was supposed to have released before he ran for president. So it's just not Donald Trump that was targeted to release on his tax return. Other people's tax return were released as well. Does that change?
So this might open the opportunity for them to sue and do the same thing he did.
Okay.
So to me, if it's legit, which they settling. They ain't disputing that somebody leaked this stuff. So at that point, it's like, it's a lot of fucking money, but shit. If somebody did wrong and they can prove that wrong has been done, like I said, it opens up cases for other people who've had the same situation to sue. That's what this country's based off of, suing people. They like to sue, so I'm not surprised.
I hear what you're saying, but Pharaoh King, he sued his own government that he's in charge of. He's suing the people that he's supposed to be the president of. It's not like he's suing me or you. He's in charge of the people that's in charge of handling the goddamn case. That's like me being arrested and I'm the goddamn sheriff and my cops arrest me and I say, y'all gonna let me go because of the fact I'm the goddamn sheriff. So what are your thoughts on Pharaoh?
Man, it's another grift, money grab situation for this man. Like you said, there's been breaches. There's 400-some thousand breaches of taxes and that was recorded by the FBI. And of course, Kash Patel being, that person that is in charge of the FBI now. And for you to use your patrons' money to fund your pocket due to something that the government you're in charge of, mind you,
that's you over there tapping me something.
Mind you, two times he's been in.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, 2 times he's been in office, and he promised the people that he was going to let it be released because all other presidents have let their tax returns been released. It's just a money grab grift, and for him to settle out of court, which he already knew this was going, because he couldn't get that money from the IRS.
Yeah.
He couldn't get it, but in order for him to get this portion of this $1.7 billion deal, that's the big issue here, is because he used a system that he knew he wasn't going to win with to get this money to pay people back with. And I don't know, is de-weaponization. I think he's weaponizing these people outside, not because they're like, oh, I can do no wrong now.
Yeah,
like I'm getting money for everything bad I've done. So
and with that being said, Tim Dog, Pharaoh is totally correct because of the fact that they say that when this case was going up, the judges was like, "Hey, we need to see more proof of the fact because we don't think you got a case here," because they was probably going to go deeper into his finances. So,
that was it. No, that's what they said.
Yeah. So the reason why he so-called settled, was because, hey, I don't want y'all to look over here, look here. And then by him saying, hey, let me get this 1.8 for people that I believe has been victimized, it's a goddamn sham, because like I say, it just wasn't his information that was released. Other people's information was released as well. What's your thoughts?
Well, he tried to sue the IRS. And like you said, the judge was like, no, this shit ain't gonna hold up in water. So when they got kicked out of court, that's when he decided that the DOJ has a fund that where people who make lawsuits against the Department of Justice fund that this money comes out of, that goes to the victims that sued the justice. Now he's trying to take that money and call it compensation or part of the anti-weaponization fund. But like you were saying, man on the street, he is in charge. Pharaoh. He's in charge of, well, he's not in charge right now. He's directing his Department of Justice to write up this letter saying that, I'm going to take $1 billion, $1.8 billion into an anti-weaponization fund for anybody that the government, the Biden administration had wrongly accused, but not knowing that all that money still has to be allocated through Congress. And he is pimping the system, thinking that the Republicans are going to let him skate on through and ride with this. But, they left out without a vote on it for the weekend, for their session, their blue break. So now you got people January 6th, the Proud Boys and all of them talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna get me some money. You got the pillow guy talking about he want $4 billion. And what's that little weasel Stone? He wanted 400. So what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, it's one of the situations when you look at it, you're like, damn, man, you're supposed to work for the people, but you, like I said, it's just like putting the goddamn fox in charge of the hen house. Shit, I can get a hen anytime I want. Go ahead, Pharaoh. You had something you want to say?
So with that, there's a website you can apply for this, right? I forget what the total amount is, but you can apply. Let's say you got wrongfully arrested or whatever, and went to a certain level. You can actually apply and say, hey, my county or whatever, the sheriff, whatever, wrongly accused me of something. I should be able to get that money. Just like I think that Isaiah Martin, when he got spent 30 hours in jail, when they arrested him off the floor. He said he can apply for that same slush fund because it's an application that you put in. Now if he just sends the money to these people, that's the injustice that will come about.
No, what the injustice is that they don't know who's in charge of selecting who's going to get the money. Right.
And then, that's what I mean.
And then another thing was, but the thing, they don't know who's going to select, who's in charge of selecting. I mean, everybody know that Felon 47 is going to be, hey, give them this and give them that. But another thing is, how can you say someone was unjustly criminalized against when they were judged by their own peers?
Yeah.
So you can't say that.
Yeah.
And what he's trying to do is just make it seem like all these people that as long as you are loyal to me, I'm going to give you money. And this is another way of him rewarding those people so he can still keep that grip on his 1/3 of a base.
Yeah, and that's what they say. They said that when they had Blanche up on the floor, it was like, who's the oversight? There's no judge. He said it's gonna be like a 5-person committee that's gonna select who gets paid.
Selected by the president.
Yeah, selected by the president in his administration. So that's why I say that's like putting the goddamn wolf in charge of the sheep house, but hen house, that is. But with that being said, conspiracy brother, if the fund came from a settlement involving Trump IRS lawsuit, should Trump or his administration have any control over who gets paid?
Of course, they're gonna have control. They shouldn't. Because they gonna get the bulk of the money. Everybody else talking about it, they ain't gonna get shit. That's his money. So if they have control, then
what you say he like Debo? I didn't know you wanted it back, homie. It's over here. It's over here.
Do you not realize his name on that lawsuit? It don't say Donald Trump and plaintiffs. It say Donald Trump. Goddamn it, that's his money. Ain't nobody about to see that, but people he owe money to for real is the only people that's about to get money from him.
Yeah, all people that Tim Dahl said has been loyal to him, which is crazy. And Pharaoh, does this fund create a dangerous precedent where future president can use government money to pay supporters who claim political persecution?
So with that, before I answer that,
become president.
Right, before that, if you notice the amount of money is 1.776, which is supposed to represent the 250 years of the United States being here. All right, so 1776, you know what I'm saying? But no, man on the street, I'm gonna tell you now, Donald Trump has opened doors to make people write laws to keep other people from ever getting to whatever he's doing. So I believe the pros of what Donald Trump and his lackeys are doing is waking people up to make sure people like him never exist again. So
I already told y'all, man, Donald Trump is here to poke holes in the system to show people what the fuck needs to be fixed.
No,
that's what his presidency is about, to show you where the government is all fucked up at and where you can it be taken advantage of. That's his goal.
Exploiting the loopholes.
That's fine.
Exploiting
Yeah,
the
the
loopholes.
supervillain. We said that his first 4 years, but the
Mhm.
dumbasses decided to put him back in to create this turmoil, which I believe is other people involved at a higher table, and we already know that. We know Donald Trump has been like that in the beginning.
They wanted him
That's
back
nothing new.
in. They wanted him back in because he didn't expose all the holes that
Nah,
they
they had
have. So he
exposed
got
No, they exposed enough. They exposed enough.
You stupid.
Enough to let him back in.
Conspiracy brother, Donald Trump is not that smart.
No, he's not.
Y'all keep saying that man name, but look
But check out his vocabulary. That tells you everything.
Brian, listen. We know that he's not that smart, but we know that people around him is using him to get what they want, and he's dumb enough to speak for them. That's why he's there.
And
He
the
said
reason-
he's the celebrity in chief.
And the
You
reason
said
why,
he's the celebrity in chief.
but
We
the reason
know
why
that don't mean he's not smart though. He don't
I just
know
know he's
what
smart enough
he's
to get
doing.
dumb people to follow him.
reason-
We know
the
that.
reason why I say that he's not that smart is because he's doing it, but the issue
Damn.
comes in when
Hey, fellas,
the
I'm gonna break
people,
my fast real quick.
the people that's supposed to make sure that everything stay on track are not doing their job. And that's where the issue comes in at. It's not because, you could do it all day, but it's supposed to be a check and balance. And I hate to say it.
There's not one. And this
But
is
that's what I'm saying.
exposed to the simple
But-
fact that there is
No. There is one, but it's not being implemented.
It's not being implemented
And that-
because of the fact
No,
that
because of Republicans.
they are too afraid to, I guess, say something that's going to take food and money out of their mouth. So if anything that anything that he's exposing, it would be how inept the Republican Party truly is. And
all politics are, because it's happening on everybody who's a politician watch. It's happening on all their watch.
No, the reason why I'm saying that is because they are the one that's in charge. They are the one that they got the court, they got the majority, they got the Congress, and they have the Senate and the presidency. So they got all 4 branches of the government.
And if
all 3 branches of the government, that is. That's what I'm
Democrats
saying.
can also blame themselves because they haven't put
that's what
candidates up there that people want to vote for.
But
So
what
you
I'm
can
trying to
say that it's their fault as
Listen,
well.
brother, listen to me.
I know what you're saying.
I'm
That
not
ain't
talking
how it
about
works.
Democrats right now because they don't have the power to do anything. The only way they could be able to affect what Donald Trump is doing, if you get some of the Republicans to cross the aisle and say, we believe in what you're trying to do. We believe what you're trying to do. And in fact, some Republicans are now crossing the goddamn aisle because they seeing that we're going to give $1.8 billion to some people that we had to hide under our damn chairs. They came here to the White to the Capitol building, stormed, and we supposed to pay them. And that's why they left Congress. They closed it down because they knew that this shit was going to take effect and Donald Trump was going to get egg on his face. Tim Dawg, what you think?
Well, my thing is this: the 1.76 billion dollars wasn't just the only thing he tried to settle. They were saying he wanted his family, and his.
I need you to hold up on that. I want you to hold up on that because that's another subject that we're going to be talking about. So keep that.
All I'm saying is this month he just like we all saying, finding the loopholes, exploiting them, and he has the fear of the Republicans. He got the Republicans fearing him because look what happened to that boy Massey in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And but by him doing that, all that's doing is showing who he really is, and people are noticing, not just saying Democrats, but people who even voted for him. And eventually, and another thing, why does it have to end the last day that you become president? You know why? Because then it's because he knows it's something that's illegal and something that shouldn't be done.
Yeah.
So it has an expiration date on it.
Yeah, it is something illegal and shouldn't be done.
It's
and
like a driver's license.
And somebody else think that it shouldn't be done as well. It's the cops that has actually took the abuse from those insurrectionists on January 6th.
The police officers tonight who defended the U.S. Capitol on January 6th are now suing the Trump administration after learning the administration will use taxpayer money, $1.8 billion, to potentially pay the officers' attackers. Here's Mary Bruce.
Tonight, 2 police officers who fought off the mob on January 6th filing a lawsuit against the Trump administration, trying to block the $1.8 billion fund made up of taxpayer money that could soon hand out payments to their attackers. One of those officers, Daniel Hodges, seen here crying out in agony as he's crushed in a door frame. More than 150 officers were injured in the riot. And today's lawsuit calls the president's new fund a taxpayer-funded slush fund to finance the insurrectionists and paramilitary groups that commit violence in his name. Late today, I spoke with Officer Hodges.
What message do you think it sends?
It sends that if you commit violence in Donald Trump's name, that you will be protected legally, you will be rewarded financially, and that is his way of keeping these people on retainer for the next time he wants to influence the course of history with mass violence.
Trump insists the fund is needed to help people he claims were mistreated by the Biden Justice Department.
People were destroyed. They went to jail. Their families were ruined.
But tonight on Capitol Hill, outrage among a growing number of Republicans.
I don't support it. I think you can't do that.
Rejecting the idea of taxpayer payouts to rioters.
It sends a signal, hey, go breach the Capitol, destroy the building, assault police officers, and you may even get compensated for someday. That's absurd.
You see what I'm saying, conspiracy brother? So his own side, they start to say that this is not illegal. But now we talking about the cops, though. Now we talking about the cops, and I'm coming back to you, conspiracy brother. How do you justify paying people connected to January 6th while the officers who defended the Capitol are suing to stop the fund?
And see, this is the perfect answer to what happened. So now this may, with them coming up, this could potentially block that money altogether. So this could pretty much, and I think it will be able to eradicate the money altogether because there's proof of what they went through.
And you know,
evidence, there's hospital records, so there's all these things that can prove it. So I think this is a good course. Now it just has to go through.
Can I ask you this, conspiracy brother? Donald Trump ran on the platform of Protect the Blue. I'm there for the police officers. So if that's what's his true intent, and he really felt that way, he should have never brought this up and say, hey, I want to pay the people that actually attack the officers that I say that I'm there for. So isn't he trying to?
So a smart Donald Trump, that would be. No, I'm saying this is what I say. If he was smart, what he should do at this point.
You said he was.
He should say that he's not going to accept the money because he didn't consider the officers when he did this and how it would affect them. A smart person would. That's what. If he was truly serious about him saying he's for the blue, that's what he should do. Is to say that he did this and did not think of or consider them. So now he doesn't want this money to be dispersed. That's the way he should do things. But of course,
hey, supervillain. This man said he don't care about the United States financial situation.
So
what makes you think?
Again, I'm saying what a smart person would do to make the situation better. So this could determine a lot about what we dealing with from him. This situation right now,
I see what you're saying.
Will make or break him. This right here. So
I truly understand. I hear what you're saying, and that makes sense to me. But I'm again, he's not that smart. With that being said, Pharaoh, why should officers injured by the mob have to sue to stop money from reaching the people tied to it? You understand what I'm saying?
Your answer is in the question. Why?
Yeah, but I want to hear what you got to say. I want to hear your point. I got that. I got the question, but I want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah, that's why. Well, why is Donald Trump president? That's my question. Why are we going through this? Everybody has gotten something from the government, but black people, and what about the 60 towns that were eradicated pretty much that black people own that they bombed, or got rid of, where the representation, reparation for those folks? Where is anything from the slavery, whereas all the lies that have been told to even the indigenous folks of these people, you expect Donald Trump to give a rat's ass. This man has more approval rating in Israel than he does in the United States. Okay,
allegedly, he said that.
Regardless, it came out of his mouth. It didn't come out of mine.
But I'm just saying, and that's why I say allegedly, because it came out of his mouth.
Okay, well, you allegedly say anything, but if proof he said it, he got a 99% approval rating allegedly from his mouth.
Yeah, that's the reason I say allegedly.
I get it.
That's more than Benjamin Netanyahu.
So with that being said, with him promising people money, because once again he ran on these platforms and he has lied about everything he's ran on, and two people that were victims of his insurrection, which is why I don't understand how he got back in office. Is I don't know. I don't know. There's no answer for that. There's no, because the people that's supposed to be against him, now the Republicans know that these midterms is coming up. Now they want to be defensive. You should have been doing that to keep him from getting to where he's at today.
Yeah,
you had the power to keep him in check, and the checks and balances. There's no checks anymore, right? It's not even really any balance anymore. But now you want to come up when it's 2 years in to say, hey, no, my constituents don't really care for that, or whatever the case is, because everybody has been some kind of way touched by some type of I need money from this slush fund. You get $1.7 million, but you got people homeless. You got people living in tents.
You
know, you got people that's not in houses. You got a whole white town in Arkansas you're not even fucking with.
Yeah, that is true.
So there's a lot. That $1.7 billion plus the money that you're spending every day on the war that nobody even that he's not even being brought up on, charges with, but the whole world sees it. There's nothing that you can say. There's no answer. There's no right answer.
Yeah. That is true. And the fact of the matter is that that money could go to other things that a lot of people are dealing with, especially with the affordability crisis that's going on in America right now. But like I said in one of my videos, Donald Trump is more concerned about a goddamn ballroom, the goddamn reflective pool, trying to get money for people that actually stormed the Capitol than he is about the
law-abiding citizens.
The law-abiding citizen, because that's what those guys are. They're a bunch of goddamn criminals that did something that nobody ever thought would have happened in America again, if you think about it. But it was one of the situations that Donald Trump set in motion that was crazy. Go ahead, I got to get Tim Dawes.
The fact that the Confederate battle flag of General Lee has never went through the halls of the Capitol until that day. That tells you how bad that is.
That is true. And I spoke about it earlier, Tim Dawes, about Donald Trump say that he believed in the blue. So are January 6th officers being betrayed by the same government they nearly died defending?
They're not just being betrayed. They're being used as a pawn in the beginning of his campaign. Believe in the blue, get all these police associations to endorse him and to get him in. And like everything else, it falls by the wayside because his only objective is being vengeful and getting back and getting fat off the taxpayers' money. It costs money for him to go down to Florida every weekend that he doesn't care about. It costs money for him to go up to Jersey, and costs money for him to just do anything. And he knows this and he doesn't care.
Yeah, and he doesn't care. And it's just, you're totally correct. Go ahead, Tenda. I mean to cut you off.
No, but they say that the early stages of dementia and Alzheimer is irritability and lack of focus.
Yeah, and lack of focus. It's just one of them situations. When I look at this, I see these people say, "Yeah, I was wrongly did this." You choose to go down there. You choose to go down to the Capitol building and did what you did. It's not like, hey, we sent you there. Donald Trump told y'all to go down there to stop the steal, and y'all took y'all dumb asses down there. And now you want me and everybody on this panel and the rest of the people that's watching us and in this country and this country to pay for y'all goddamn mistake. That shit doesn't register to me. And those police officers, if anything, they should be getting some type of thing from the government.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it took them longer to pass something for the 911 rescuers than it did for Donald Trump to get 1.8 for his constituents, for his people that follow him. Think about that. They had to fight tooth to nail to pass something to make sure that people that was dealing with 911 could get some type of benefit. But yet Donald Trump, it only took him and what they call him, like the mob, consigliere, Blanche, you know, that's his personal lawyer, to get him that 1.8 that he wanted to get. Tim Dog, you talked about it, and I wanted to get your thoughts, and I want to get everybody else's thoughts. I make sure I got the video. Oh man, I did do my video, right? Tim Dog, I didn't upload it, but remind me to come back. Remind me to come back, because I thought I uploaded, but I did. Here it is, Tim Dog. You wanted us to talk about it. Donald Trump also got something else besides that $1.8 billion lawsuit for his people that follow him. He also got all his past tax returns. Oh, you can't look at that shit anymore.
The Trump Department of Justice just quietly announced another deal they made with President Trump in exchange for him dropping that $10 billion lawsuit against the IRS. So yesterday, you heard about the $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund, which we're going to talk more about in a second. But today, the DOJ just, surprise, dropped this short little one-page deal that says the IRS is forever barred and precluded from auditing, reviewing, taking any actions against, or otherwise going after the tax returns of President Trump, his family, his businesses, and even Trump-affiliated individuals. You can see the settlement is signed by Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche, who, of course, was President Trump's personal lawyer. Now, importantly, the deal, as it's written, only applies to all of these people and all of Trump's businesses and their tax returns that were filed before this deal was signed. It does not apply to future tax returns that any of them may file. But still, President Trump has said that the IRS has been auditing him and his businesses every year for decades. So if any of those audits are still ongoing, this deal would force the IRS to drop them. And as I mentioned, this settlement does not only apply to Donald J. Trump himself. The document specifically says it also applies to the tax returns of his family or others filing jointly, his trusts, his parents, his sister, his related companies, subsidiaries, and affiliated individuals. This settlement is also very vague and very broad when it comes to Trump, his family, and his company's previous tax returns. It says the IRS is forever barred from auditing, conducting compliance reviews, or anything else the IRS may come up with in any matter currently pending or any matter that could be pending. Now, the question is, what is included in those tax returns of Trump, of all those people related to Trump and all those Trump businesses that the president believes need to be shielded from any kind of review by his own IRS? We don't know, and this settlement ensures we'll probably never know.
Tim Dog, you want to talk about it? I forgot to do my questions about it, but I'm glad you brought it up. Go ahead, Tim.
Well, first of all, if you're going to get this money that's paid out through the slush fund, it's going to get taxed. And when it gets taxed, the IRS then has the right to go into your tax record. So he didn't think this through clearly. And plus, you got to get the congressional approval and a judge.
Can I say something, Tim Dog? They did say that Blanche, when he was up on the floor, he did say that Donald Trump and his family members wouldn't get any of that money. That I just want to say that. So I just want, I don't know if you heard that or not.
He said he's lying.
I'm just saying what his consigliere Blanche said. So that's why I'm saying, Tim Dog, that's why he said that when you say that they're gonna get the tax records.
Check it out. His sons, he's talking about his son's gonna get some of this money, and you know his son's gonna probably try to get money and give to him.
And that'd be dumb on their part if they do. But I totally agree with you. I totally agree.
But either way, this still have to be signed off by a judge, and they have to be approved by Congress. Because once again, This is official government, but you can't just arbitrarily, as the Department of Justice, just say, "Oh, I'm going to make this rule up, this law." No, who's it endorsed by? Who approved this? It has to be court approved, and it has to be approved by Congress. And then we all know what Congress is going. We all know what Congress is doing right now. And that's why we're in this situation now, because there's no accountability. There hasn't been not one since he's been president, and right now he's worried because he knows that what he's doing is illegal, and he's going to be held accountable if and when after November elections.
Yeah,
so he's trying to get everything he can now before he knows he can't get it anymore.
Yeah, and conspiracy brother, the crazy part about this is that I'm working on a video right now. Donald Trump is the new mafia. You think about it. Hey, I don't want you to look at anything I did in the past. So basically, he got his guy in there, the acting attorney general Blanche, to do his bidding. Hey, this is what I want. So I think, like you said earlier, maybe that 1.8 billion was the carrot to get us to look over here. But really, this is what I want you to do. I don't want them looking into my past tax returns because I got some shit in there. Whoa, if it was to come to light, it'll be the end of me. What's your thoughts, conspiracy brother?
Now you starting to understand how the game's played. You put these big numbers over here. Why shit? I got what I wanted. Fuck that money. They gonna sue and get that shit back anyway. So fuck that money.
When you say they gonna sue, they gonna block it. They gonna sue and block it. Yeah,
but they can't do shit about this right here.
Yeah,
he got that shit framed at his house right now. He looking at it, shake his head like these motherfuckers. Let me. God, boy,
but he's not the one pulling the strings, though.
Yeah, he is, because he's the one that put people in the position.
He's the one that can get it done. No, but he's the one that can get it done. Like Farrell said, people are using him.
Now, I guess I agree with
position to do it. That's why when I'm be personally, I'm getting the right people around me.
The reason why I said I'm agreeing with conspiracy brother right now, Tim Dog, is that he's totally correct. He's putting people in position to do exactly what he wants them to do. Yeah, Congress and everybody else may have approved it, but as long as I got Farrell, I need you, all those speeding tickets, I need you to put them under the goddamn thing. You my boy. Sure. Yeah. No, I'm just saying that's how Donald Trump think. Yeah. They might think, all this other stuff, but Farrell, my boy. As long as I put Farrell, you the new sheriff. I'm the mayor. You my new sheriff. Whatever I want you to do, you make it happen. And that's what Donald Trump is doing.
That's how politics have always been played. Hell, this ain't nothing new. It's just the shit he do is bold and in your face. And I don't
give a fuck
what nobody think or nobody
and that's the problem right there.
I know they can't stop it. So that's the difference. He
can be stopped.
He can be stopped. Villain. That's the thing. The president has never done it bold. Everybody else has. That's the problem that we have him. And I agree, definitely agree. That's why I said what I said was he's not the smartest one in the room. He just know how to put people in places to make to do his bidding or whatever.
That don't sound like a smart person to you that can put the people.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I'm just saying, y'all.
No, listen,
man, credit for doing what he do.
No, that's not what we're saying, Brian. What I'm talking about is, if you were smart, you never would have put your ass in this position in the first place.
Yeah, you would never. Yeah. But you know, like I say, when it comes down to
he's smart, he was smart enough to get himself out of it.
Yeah, he get himself out. He getting deeper because he don't know what the fuck to do.
What it boils down to is this, though. What it boils down to is this, conspiracy brother. I totally agree with you that Donald Trump put these guys and women in position that will carry his water to the goddamn grave until they do something to displease him, and then he plays
the wrong motherfuckers already.
But then he plays the game. Well, I never knew that person, or that person wasn't that smart, or that's a low IQ person. But this guy that Donald Trump has as his acting attorney general used to be his former lawyer, so he knows where his personal lawyer. So he knows where the bodies are buried. He knows all the ins and outs.
Did that other guy know where the bodies were buried too?
Yeah, but what happened? He went to jail, and what Donald Trump did? Turn his back on his ass. Yeah, no, he didn't pardon.
That was just the word that was in my head. My bad.
Yeah, no, he didn't pardon.
think he's a
no.
happy camper?
They
Watching
didn't
all what's
pardon.
going on?
No, they didn't pardon. I'm talking about the other lawyer.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
the one with the money.
James
No,
Coney.
No,
Coney.
Michael Cohen.
Cohen. No.
Michael Cohen.
Michael Cohen.
Cohen.
There you go.
Yeah,
Michael
yeah,
Cohen.
Yeah, you think he just sitting there all happy go lucky about all what's going on? Again, Donald Trump has already made his enemies. So again,
And the last thing I'm going to say about this to close it out for you fellas is that Donald Trump, he's running the government like he's the mafia boss. That's why he got Giuliani. Giuliani, what he's famous for, not being the mayor of New York City during 9/11. No, that's not what he's famous for. He's famous for going after all the mob families. That's what he's famous for. If you go back and look at Rudy Giuliani,
because he was the district attorney.
He was the district attorney that broke up the goddamn mob in New York City. So he knows the ins and outs.
Teflon Don.
He knows the ins and outs how the goddamn mob work. And Donald Trump is playing this shit just like the goddamn mob. Oh man,
kiss the ring.
I would say also that
the grand stage.
I would say also with that that thing about the tax returns, whatever, or IRS, you don't want to look into your records because that's another Epstein file cover up, man.
It's another cover up, and that's why I say, man.
But I mean, you know where the money's going because he had to put some money in, somewhere.
But that's why I say that's what I'm giving Conspiracy Brother credit for is that hey, I'm going to say this 1.8 billion, and I know people going to sue to block that. But what I really want y'all to do is, I want all those people that's auditing me from all those years past. I need that shit to stop because sooner or later they're gonna come across something that I can't get out of. And that's for me is the conspiracy or what he's been trying to do all the goddamn long.
Right. See, Blanche is opening his hand with that though, because that's not even gonna fly.
Yeah, I got you. Well, it is what it is. We shall see. And thinking about we shall see, fellas, man, your boy Kevin Hart is catching hell. Y'all know he had a Netflix roast.
Yeah.
And they coming for his goddamn neck.
Following the night, what should have been only celebration for Kevin Hart has now turned into viewers calling him a sellout. Kevin Hart may not be laughing at the moment. As reported, Hart would end up being the latest person roasted on Netflix, where a number of comedians and friends will come out to make fun of him and his career for this special night. Cat Williams, who has had a long time beef with Hart, would even show up. Now, for those who don't know, roasting is a form of joke telling that is supposed to make fun of a particular thing about the person you're roasting. The jokes can range from appearance, personal stories, their life, and even family members. During the roast, several presenters would test the boundaries with jokes on each other and themselves, like when Pete Davidson's dad, who passed during 9/11, will become a punchline, as well as Kevin Hart's late mother and Cheryl Underwood's husband, who committed suicide. Today's roasting appears to be a showcase on how far comedy can go. Now, what appears to be an issue for some viewers is that comedy should have its limits, especially when it's taken on issues of race and injustice. During the roast, comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, who is no stranger to controversial jokes, will make fun of the late George Floyd while making fun of Hart.
Done good though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you right now. George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe. God bless you, Kevin.
In a wide shot of the stage, Hart can be seen laughing at the moment, and this appears to be the reason for his latest backlash.
My bad. No, my bad, because I had some other shit at the end. I forgot to cut it out. But that situation is crazy. Coming to you, Conspiracy Brother, first on this. Did Kevin Hart roast go too far, or are people forgetting what a roast is supposed to be?
That's what they always do at roasts. But like I say, there's jokes and there's roasting. So it's a hard line because you got the free speech thing and everything. Was it a funny joke? Not really. Was it in poor taste? Of course. But the roast is supposed to be about joking on the person that's there. So, and I think it's
I got
it's a hard line because I enjoy dark comedy
And that's what, and I'm glad you say that, because it is about dark comedy that a lot of people do enjoy. But Chesley Handler, she also had something that she had to say.
I mean, it was ick. It was gross. I don't find those jokes to be funny.
If Kevin was a slave, his song would be "Let My People Grow."
Kevin is so short. Kevin's so short that they're going to have to lynch him from a bonsai tree.
Jokes about lynching black people, or lynching is not a joke. It's not. Kevin didn't deserve that. He deserved like an elevated roast.
Chelsea Handler slamming Shane Gillis and Tony Hinchcliffe for making racially charged jokes during Netflix's roast of Kevin Hart.
I can take whatever joke you hit me with.
Personally, not that impressed.
Kevin is so short. Kevin's so short that they're going to have to lynch him from a bonsai tree.
Shane Gillis, he looks like the type of slave owner that you can trick into buying Kevin Hart. So he'll get bigger, right?
They're racist, that they're bigots, that they're sexist, that they think they're like invincible.
Yeah, I see you laughing on the conspiracy. That is a dark joke, but some of them are, like, God damn, this shit is crazy. But I'm coming to you, Pharaoh King. Should Kevin Hart be held responsible for offensive jokes made by other comedians at his own Netflix roast?
No, because he didn't write the jokes. And what I was reading about was they had writers for those jokes. Now, whoever approved them, those are people now to be held accountable, which is Netflix. Netflix should be held accountable for what they put out there, the product they put out there. I believe that Kevin Hart just went along with it because it's supposed to be a funny night. Now, I'm pretty sure he didn't agree with those jokes, but he's not going to show it because it's a Netflix, special. He's getting paid, whatever the case may be. Right. So, I mean, you could hold him accountable if you want to, but he didn't write those jokes. It's his roast.
I guess we ask you this thing, conspiracy. I mean, Pharaoh, but the joke that they made about George Floyd, that's not a funny joke. I don't. None of those jokes were funny. No, I know what I'm trying to say is though, but to see him laughing or pretending to laugh, that's what people are getting on him about. Go ahead.
I get
Pharaoh.
that, but then we talk about them wearing dresses at one point. Like I'm saying, we talked about how they supposedly they wear dresses, and we was talking about how they should be held accountable for the product that they put out in the acting or whatever the case is.
I'm glad you brought it back because you had lost me there for a minute.
Yeah,
you lost me there for a minute.
Paycheck.
Okay, all
right.
Thank you.
He's getting a paycheck. Should he have laughed? I don't know. I don't know the money involved. I don't know what the contract says. I don't know what goes on behind the scene. We're only seeing the product that's getting thrown at us. We don't know the behind the scenes stuff, right? So he's gonna laugh because it's supposed to be a roast. But did the joke go over well? You can tell in the crowd that it didn't go over well.
Yeah, that is true. With that being said, Pharaoh brought up Netflix, Tim Dahl. Does Netflix care about comedy, or is controversy now part of the business model?
I mean, controversy, as you can see, a lot of jokes about slavery and black people, and controversy sells. Racism sells. Why does it sell? Because people can express how they really feel about something without hiding it.
Yeah, they can express it within a joke. No, they can express it within a joke, and then they can live. Like I say, that's why I don't feel bad when I say. I tell you the truth. That's why I don't feel bad when I say shit about Charlie Kirk. Trust me,
you shouldn't.
I don't feel bad at all.
Well, let's go one further with Dave Chappelle when he did his 4 or whatever his Netflix specials. Is because what was the broadcast company that he was with before he went to Netflix? Comedy Central.
Comedy Central.
Okay, Comedy Central. Remember Comedy Central? He said that he could say he can't say faggot and none of that other stuff.
Yeah,
but he could say the word nigger.
Yeah, nigger without everybody saying anything.
Right. Netflix is now doing what Comedy Central is doing.
Yeah, and what people don't know, when he said that, they say, "Well, you're not gay," and he say, "Well, I'm not a nigga either." But,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So So one, you're talking about lynching. I'm not a slave. Two, you know, say the George Floyd thing. Hey, you talking about one of my people.
Yeah,
you don't hear them ever saying anything about them or themselves or how they've hurt people in the past or to get to where they at because they've non-consently taken over this land from people that was here already. So you don't ever hear jokes about that.
Yeah,
that is true. Joke about Charlie Kirk either.
And that is true.
And there you go too. Right.
And
there you go too. So
and also, conspiracy brother, you even said it about dark humor, because I like dark humor too when it's kind of funny. But was the George Floyd joke just dark comedy, or did it turn black pain into entertainment?
Well, for me, the joke didn't go over well. It is what it is. But to me, I'm more offended by when they call each other pedophiles than I am of any black or racist joke. For me, because they on those roasts they say a lot of they would call each other pedophiles and shit like that. And to me, that's more offensive or a joke that like I would be pissed that somebody told versus just a racial joke for me. Yeah, now, that's something that I wouldn't laugh at when they say, "Oh, this guy did something with the 13." Now, to me, that's more of an issue than anything else when they do that shit. Again, they know each other in ways we don't understand.
Yeah,
so and it's to embarrass them when they do that shit. So
yeah, and to Chesley Handler's point, it's supposed to be about Kevin Hart. George Floyd didn't have anything to do with that. That's the only thing I say. If you're going to roast me about my character and what I did, but I'm not going to bring somebody else in to try to make a point or make a joke that's you think is funny. I don't get that. But it's just
the lynching thing wasn't funny.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You didn't say nothing about. Why don't you say something in context with Django? When when
that part was kind of funny because when he said the guy looked like he would buy a slave, and then they showed him and he looked like the guy from Django. That's what I was laughing at. How the guy kind of looked like he really would buy a slave, and that's why I laughed.
I don't think slaves should be brought up at all, though.
Will he grow?
But that's what I'm saying. I just don't think slaves should be brought up. There is a lane for dark humor. There are people that enjoy dark humor, and it's just the fact that certain things that goes across the line. But my issue is when people that look like me and you, when we say things that affect how they feel, oh, we are wrong. Just like with the Charlie Kirk, I should say that. Like one lady on one of my videos say, when I posted the video about his wife Erica Kirk. Let that lady go. Let her be free. Let her live her life. Her husband got killed. We shouldn't be talking about that. She's a mother. So she took offense to the video that I put up. And what I replied to her was this. I said that Charlie Kirk said it out of his own mouth that, hey, if he could live with people dying by the gun. And guess what? He died by a gun. So
allegedly.
No, allegedly.
Ain't no allegedly. Yeah.
No, we don't know.
Yeah, he bled out in the neck.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is that the video affected her in a way, so she had to chastise me. But I had to let her know that the person that you talking about said that he could live with people dying by the goddamn gun. So
but he didn't think highly of women in the first place. So why would you support somebody who didn't believe in your equality? Stupid.
That is true. And Conspiracy Brother, I'm gonna come back to you again, fellas. I want everybody to answer this question, okay? Did this backlash hurt Kevin Hart brand, or does outrage only make the special bigger?
That's for me.
Yeah. I'm sure to answer first.
Well, he's primarily sold to the black community, so if it can hurt him, because like I said, you don't have to laugh at the joke, even if it's dark humor. You don't have to laugh. He could have just turned his face up like, okay, that one wasn't funny.
Exactly.
So again, hey, people show their character when they're having a good time. So, I think it's kind of both. I think it's just kind of both.
And like they say, Pharaoh, is that Kevin Hart is at a point right now in his career. He really doesn't need that black support anymore, because once you cross over to the other lane, you could get your money over there.
So, this was a part of getting to that lane.
And so the same question, did this backlash hurt Kevin Hart brand, or does outrage only make the special bigger?
I would say I don't believe it hurt his brand, because his brand has already been tarnished anyway.
Yeah.
As far as Netflix is concerned, it's going to bring notice to Netflix. I would say that. I would say that if Netflix allows this type of event to happen, then what else would they do? You know, what was it? Was it the 50 Cent? What 50 Cent's special on Oh Boy, was that Netflix?
Who are you talking about? It was Diddy? Yeah.
That was on Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix.
So you see what they're trying to do, right? To me, is they're trying to tarnish us now. They're trying to make us look bad, and because this is the second special other than Dave Chappelle, that actually did well for them. Now they're trying to bank off of us now. So I think for Netflix, it put them on notice.
Okay, then. What you got to say about it, Tim Dog?
I'd say it's going to make the special bigger, only because people talking about it. Well, let me see what he's saying, and then people going to start having their own opinions about it. And there are people who like supervillain, who like dark comedy, going to say, "Oh, I don't see nothing wrong with it." And then there's going to be people who say, "Well, I find it offensive," and that's what's going to keep it interesting and make it even bigger to me.
Yeah. And to Conspiracy Brother defense, he said that the George Floyd went a little bit too far, but he liked the one about the Negro will he grow. So I'm gonna come to his defense, because he did say that some of those jokes was over the damn top that I didn't think was funny. But the one about, I did laugh at the one about will he grow, because I thought that was kind of funny too. I was like, shit, I don't know. But I like dark humor too. I like dark humor too, just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But some things goes a little bit too far, especially the one, because the last word that George Floyd said was, "I can't breathe."
I can't breathe.
And for that, that's anybody that's been victimized by anybody, the police, your best friend, somebody on the street, and you say you can't breathe. For me, that is over the goddamn line for me.
Right.
Man, fellas, man, I got two more subs you got to get through, because we got to get to the after show. I need to get a damn laugh.
And I gotta eat.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all saw this shit, but this shit right here is crazy. Conspiracy Brother, I know you with the kumbaya, but this happened in your goddamn state.
All right, we are back with breaking news. This is out of Hillsborough County. A teacher now fired after this disturbing incident. It's at a middle school. That announcement coming just minutes ago. That video recorded by a student appears to show a teacher using a cord to hang a baby doll from a TV monitor at Barrington Middle School. Again, the teacher, Karen Whitmore Savage, is now fired.
Conspiracy Brother, your son is going to middle school. This happened in the middle school in Florida. I don't know what Hillsborough County is in Florida.
Hillsborough.
But hey, hopefully it's not close to what your son going to school at. God damn it.
Tampa area.
Okay then. Thank you.
Yeah. I used to live in Hillsborough County. Good time.
Oh, I'm glad you moved then. I'm glad you moved.
Hell yeah.
Hey, check this out. How does the teacher think hanging a black baby doll is a joke or classroom management?
It's people being bold with their racism and getting what they deserve in a world where that shit ain't gonna be tolerated no more. So again, you can be free speech all you want, but stand on your shit when you ain't got no job. You ain't gonna be able to find no job.
Yeah.
So again, I'm glad that people are being who they are, truly being true to their nature, because it shows the world that this shit still goes on, but that shit ain't gonna be tolerated.
Yeah, it's not gonna be tolerated. And Pharaoh King, she got fired, but was her firing the teacher enough, or should her teaching license be permanently reviewed or revoked?
I don't know how the process goes with all that, man. I would say that it's not all white people, but it's always white people. And it seems to be the choice of, I don't know what they feel free to, or whatever's going on through their brain to try to teach discipline or whatever the case is. But in that sense, I do believe that her teaching is it not a license? What is it? Her degree, whatever.
Credentials.
Yeah, credentials should be looked at and not be in front of kids of a certain age anymore. You know, maybe you can go teach adults, you know, like GED or something like that, because of you can't do that shit. Huh?
Her ass can't teach nobody. She shouldn't be able to teach no fucking what.
Well, I mean, but if you got a bunch of black people in your class, I guarantee you won't be hanging old black baby doll around no damn TV. So
I agree with Conspiracy Brother. I shouldn't be teaching anyway.
But treat her like that the Hispanic chick with the police officer in Houston.
Exactly.
Treat her like that.
And the reason why she shouldn't be teaching any place, Tim Dog, and this question is for you, because what trauma does this send to black students sitting in that classroom?
Oh, I'm sure some kids are probably shocked by it, and it's going to have some of them maybe a psychological effect.
Either way, why she did it?
Yeah, no. Go ahead.
Nobody.
All the students have, not just the black ones. All the kids watch that shit.
Yeah, but this I want a quick answer for everybody on this. I wrote this, but I wrote it wrong. But if I'm just gonna say like I want to say, if there wasn't video, because the student videotaped it, the student had their phone and brought it out. If it wasn't videotaped and it was the teacher word against the students, would she have been fired, Conspiracy Brother?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Because students have a lot of power, believe it or not. They have a lot of power over teachers in their positions. Because sometimes it only take one student for a teacher to get fired. So if you got a whole classroom, a student saying they saw the same thing, hey, same situation. But thank goodness there's social media, so her face can stay plastered forever, being known with this situation. And like I said, I think people can change, but at the end of the day, you still got to stand up for what you did.
Yeah, Conspiracy Brother, make sure you get up, get your, because she's in Tampa. She might be able to come up to Orlando. That's coming up, right? So make sure you, if this teacher,
move lady. I don't like broke lady. I don't like broke.
Oh Lord.
Pharaoh King, what are your thoughts on what I just said?
I agree with my brother-in-law there. You know, because like one thing, kids don't lie about shit like that. There's nothing for them to lie about. Because I'm pretty sure she's probably had some encounters before. That was just a final straw, you know. And that she probably had some complaints before. But social media made it a swift action and not an investigation. So
exactly. Tim Dawg.
Hey, I agree with him. I mean, the kids, if faculty asks them, principal, whoever, police, they gonna tell them, yeah, she did. Why did she do it? Oh, she was saying this is what babies look like when they getting hanged or something. I don't know, but whatever it is, in middle school,
Yeah, I did want to do another video, but I didn't want to trigger you, Tim Dawg, because I remember the last time we did a video about kids, you got triggered, and it kind of pissed you off, and you didn't.
Not this.
No. Listen to me. I said there was another video that I wanted to bring up, but I'm going to talk about it, and y'all got to research this on your own. There's a video that got over 1 million views of this young black woman, young black lady. She actually put a camera in her son's hair. He's autistic and he's nonverbal. And she was like, every day he was come home with bruises on him. Just bruises on him coming from school. And come to find out, one of the teachers was choking him and beating him. So research that for yourself. That's why I didn't want to bring it up, Tim Dawg, because I know you would have got offended. I know how you feel about kids. So that would have set you off on another path. So if y'all get a chance, it got over about 2 million views. I forgot where she's at, but research a young autistic child that's nonverbal that got abused by one of the teachers. And when she showed the teachers, the people, the faculty about the situation, they act like they didn't know what she was talking about.
Man, that's you know what? That goes along the same lines as that damn nurse that was breaking the black kids' legs and shit.
Yes.
The infant.
Yes, but that's the situation that, especially if you got autistic kids that can't verbally express themselves. Why do parents have to do something like that to prove that the person that you send your kids or you give them the responsibility of taking care of, knowing that they are, you know, a little bit autistic, special need. Thank you. Why do it takes a parent to make that happen and not the people that are actually in charge of that school? Hey, Tim Dog, research that, man. I think you gonna be really pissed.
And guess what, guys?
No,
for
I know I'm gonna get pissed.
Hillsborough County teachers earn an average salary of $51,000 to $53,000 a year. She about to be broke.
Yeah, she about to be broke. Fellas, I got one last thing, and this is for our hip hop heads right here. We all at a certain age. This motherfucker right here, Max B. He's talking about Big Daddy Kane.
Listen, after Big.
Hold on, I got to give a caveat. I'm gonna try to hear what he's got to say. That he's gonna freestyle. Then Big Daddy Kane gonna freestyle. I want to let you know because he say he's the after y'all listen to what he say. Then we'll come back. Hey, conspiracy brother, I want to get your I want to get your response to what he says.
I don't know if you want to go with him, man. He's from New Orleans. You know, they were the last ones.
Go with Pharaoh then. Go with Pharaoh then. We was hot before we got hot, nigga. That's how we was.
Max B versus Big Daddy Kane.
Listen, after Big, Jay, and Nas, you can put me anywhere on that right after that. That's how I feel about it.
Anyway,
I can prove it.
Don't say 90 because
it
had a three-year run.
What is a run? Because Kane and them been running since they started. They ain't stopped running.
Who, Kane?
Big Daddy Kane.
Where Kane at? I ain't see Kane. The last time you saw Big Daddy Kane.
Come on, man, don't do that shit.
I just did 18 years like you. I ain't see Kane. Kane wasn't even on the kiosk. What you talking about? Yeah, Big Daddy Kane. What the?
This is a legend. This is a legend.
This nigga. Max B in the building. I'm gonna step out. He gonna step in. All right, let's go.
EMG. Do this real smooth for the ladies. Get into this thing. Little public domain throwback for you niggas. Hey babe, won't you get in the truck? Let's sip a little click, slide up in the cut. Get the Vaseline, let me fuck your butt. Nigga, what? It ain't that serious. I'm getting money, it's plain to see. I'm bigger bell, bitch, come and fuck with me. Climb on top and make love to me. I make you delirious. Thought she had me in the palm of her hand, cause it showed the respect. You ain't heard of the bigger belly, got his bitches in check. Just let it chill and time up the bed. Mommy was mean, probably about a 9 on the scale. She was heavy on the ass, my Bessie was on the glass ball spinning. The Maserati was heavy on the. See me.
Straight from the Brooklyn streets where they could see me at. Where it's never easy at, that's the borough we be at. Real hitters keep the strap for any type of beef or spat. Make your head tilt back like Ed a BC hat. That's where we gon' leave you at, make them take a leaky nap. Anytime that we attack, you don't want a piece of that. That thug mentality can be an aphrodisiac. But you're doing too much, homie, please relax. Don't make this animal damage you, animal banish you. Handle you flammable like a match. Do a candle, do with words, I be a man if you plan to do any anamical acting against the intangible. You must be sniffing albino. Realize I'm a G, you just Joe. Realize that's Mike, but not Dino. Samoye, not Wino.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I want to get you before we get into the question. What is your first impression of what Max B said about Big Daddy Kane?
Honestly, I didn't even hear it because my son was talking to me, so I ain't even hear it. But I ain't even got to hear it to
Big Daddy Kane.
Hey, performances speak for themselves, man.
Brother, you didn't hear the part he told the girl, get the Vaseline, let me put it in your butt. I
want to hear that part, man. He been in jail 15 years.
Hell yeah, no, 18.
That's even worse.
Okay.
That's even worse. So
before we get into the question,
why you been in jail 18 years, and that's the hole you want to go to. That's your priority hole. That's your go-to hole. You got a beautiful vagina, but your go-to hole is Vaseline and put in your butt. But y'all don't need no Vaseline. That thing just get gooey.
It makes his own.
Come on,
He makes his own.
Before I get into the question, man, I just want to get your quick impression of Max B.
First of all, they put the wrong song up, well, the wrong beat up for this nigga. But he walked up there with a beanie and a scarf like he was about to deliver some cold ass lyrics. That shit didn't fly off well at all because he went straight to the booty hole. That was the first first bar was Vaseline in the butt. Like, what the fuck? What are we talking about? And then he tried to sing it.
What's he trying to hit that one out the park? I was
my first impression was he was corny when he was in the interview, and that they picked the wrong song for him.
There it is. What you got to say, Tim Dog?
He right, Warren. He been too long.
Yeah.
That motherfucker sound like an old ass mumble rap. The only thing I understood was Vaseline and shit. Everything else is like
that verse.
That's it.
After that verse, I couldn't do no more with the song.
He sound like an old ass little baby.
He took me out. He took me out and put it in your butt.
I'm not feeling that line right there. I don't say that line.
Well, actually, he said F you in the butt, but still.
Yeah.
Let me fuck you in the butt.
He actually talked about Big Daddy Kane. And like I say, we all of age. Some of us grew up on Big Daddy Kane. I know that was one of the first tapes I ever bought was Big Daddy Long Live the Kane.
That's right. Long Live the Kane.
Spiritual brother. Is Max B confusing influence with legacy when comparing himself to Big Daddy Kane?
He's trying to sell some albums. This because there's no comparison. Like
that nigga got better chance
if
selling
I purchased
some
an album, it wouldn't be his. If I had to choose between those two albums, I would go with Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
So, he just trying to cause controversy to get himself out there. And when he was in jail, that's when Big Daddy Kane was on top, I'm assuming. So maybe he ain't
He been 18 years. Big Daddy Kane was 88 to probably 91. He had a 3-year run, by 88 to 91. So, but nah, it's a little bit after that.
Well, I don't know, man. Maybe the cocaine is good. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I can tell you like this. I can't name one Max B song, but I can name a bunch of Big Daddy Kane songs.
Oh, he was an actual rapper?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the first time.
That's an old ass rapper. You know?
Yeah.
He wasn't good, but he was better than he was just now.
He was down with Dipset. But that being said,
hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that being said, Pharaoh, because he's more of a mixtape type rapper.
Maybe that's why.
Can a mixtape impact really outweighs Kane's golden era lyricism and hip hop foundation?
First of all, he confused himself with being a hip hop artist. That's what he confused on. Secondly, nobody knew this dude other than what you just explained to me.
But
now
I remember his name.
I don't remember nothing. I don't remember nothing about this dude, the way he sounded, the way he looked, nothing. I don't know nothing. And outweigh Kane's golden? No, absolutely not. Why are we even talking about this nigga? Why?
Because he just got out of jail, man.
I don't care. You know what? He forgot he was out because he wanted to fuck somebody in the butt.
And for my next song, it's going to be Pull It Bold Punch.
And Pharaoh, the reason why we talk about it, Pharaoh, because we talk news, politics, relationship, and
no, I'm not saying that because
I'm just talking with you.
I'm saying it because how did he even? I want to know how he even got an interview. Who thought he was good?
Everybody got a podcast, man. Shit.
Everybody got a
podcast.
yeah, but we won't be interviewing. We won't be interviewing no Max B.
Yeah, we're gonna interview so we can talk about that bar. With that being said, Tim Dog, was Max B being honest, trolling, or disrespecting? I'm not gonna say elder. One of the greatest MCs to ever grab the mic. Your thoughts?
Oh, he's definitely trolling and disrespectful. Honest, hell no. That motherfucker know he can't rap. Can't even wrap a present. Shut the fuck up and go on and drink some of your toilet punch, nigga.
And I'm gonna say this, man, and I want everybody to answer this question because a lot of younger fans, they may know Max B. Some might know him, I guess. And a lot of people may know Big Daddy Kane. So, Conspiracy Brother, do younger fans understand Big Daddy Kane's impact, or has hip hop history been forgotten?
I think people know who he is. He may not be as widely mainstream and popular, but you got to realize a lot of people listen to old school hip hop still.
Yeah.
They may not admit it, or you may not know, but like I be on social media and I be seeing folks that you'll never think would know a song.
Yeah.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I never think this guy just looking off appearance would, so. And with social media, people can stay relevant.
Yeah.
And this only helps Big Daddy Kane because people gonna watch like, okay, let me go check out Big Daddy Kane. He compared himself to him. Hell no.
5 years, man.
Yeah. No, he said,
man.
Yeah, he compared himself. He say after Big, J, and after Nas, I'm number 4. If you're talking NYC hip hop.
He said I could be up anywhere in between that.
Yeah.
Was fucking him in the butt.
He got a big hill to climb, and just in that city alone.
Yeah. What do you say, Pharaoh? Do younger fans understand Big Daddy Kane's impact, or has hip hop history been forgotten?
Well, we definitely know hip hop history has been forgotten with these young cats. I hear that at the job when I ask them questions. They don't know half of the crap that I be playing, and I said, well, and then I'll start showing them. I said, well, this song that you listen to, and then I would go back and say they sampled it from this song, and so I do a lot of history teaching with the people that I work with.
You just answered the question wrong, then, because it's still alive, because you're still imparting that knowledge on to them, and now they can go do their own research, so it's still alive.
Well, okay, it's alive in the sense of,
and it's how it goes. This is how it gets spread.
Yeah, but how many people like me are willing to do that though? Because a lot of these jokers, all they say is y'all don't know nothing about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is. So the younger fans, they don't know. But I'm gonna tell you now, Max B, nobody knows that motherfucker. If I was to ask anybody about Max B, they wouldn't know who he is because I didn't know who he was.
No, first they can say, who is she?
Right. So I would say hip hop history has been forgotten with the younger crowd, long as they're not, unless they're around me, like Supervillain said. But these guys don't know nothing about what's happening. Big Daddy Kane lives in us, not these new cats.
Yeah. What you got to say about Tim Dog?
I agree with
Matter
Pharaoh.
of fact, Tim Dog look like him right now with that damn wave cap on.
Motherfucker, get it right. I kind of agree with Pharaoh, whereas the young fans, they don't know Big Daddy Kane, but he's still doing shit. I don't know if y'all listening now, but he got some shit out now that's better than the shit that he did when he first came out. I mean, lyrically, in my opinion, but right, and that's just it. But he's not out here showcasing anything. He just does it because it's in him, and he does touring and I just wish that the generation now would learn about where it comes from. Just like, I don't know about y'all growing up, we knew about African-American history. A lot of kids now, they don't know African-American history.
Why is that, Tim Dog?
We all know why. But anyway,
yeah.
It goes back to also with music. And each generation, how is it that we know about the Beatles, we know about Elvis Presley and people before us, but the generation now doesn't know anything about the people 20 years before them?
I would say that, to close this out before we get to Tim Dog, it's just the fact that music. So what? I missed something?
No, I thought you were making fun of his age.
No.
No, you're talking about my segment.
Oh, okay. No. What I'm saying is that when my grandkids come over, I'm stuck in the 90s when it comes to hip hop, 92,000, and I'm stuck in the 70s when I listen to my old school music. So my grandkids, they get to hear all that, and some of them, they be like, "Papa, that's kind of tight." But it goes back to what your parents listen to may influence your younger kids to gravitate to that type of music. With Max B and what he said about Kane, I may think that he might be trying to troll, But then again, we are the only, I guess, the only music fans that diss the music that we enjoy, because of the fact that you hear somebody trying to rap at 40, they would say, you too old to rap. But I've been rapping since I was 18. You understand what I'm saying? But
no, that goes wrong with people wearing Jordans.
Yeah, but you see people,
At our age.
you see people, they don't say that about rock and roll stars.
That's right.
Who go out and sing the same
music.
song, country music, but hip hop is the only music form that's supposed to be a young man's game.
But
Why is
I
that?
don't think that
black.
it's about being a young man's game. It's about those older guys still rapping about the same shit when they was 18. If their lyrics
Not
don't
bad.
evolve, because like Big Daddy Kane, what the shit he was just rapping about, that shit made sense for his age.
Yeah.
And it still hit like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So when those guys don't evolve, then that's the problem. That's when you need to age out of hip hop. When your mindset hadn't evolved past, you still a fucking
And your
teenager.
beats stay
But
the
wait a
same.
minute though. But wait
You
a
still
minute.
live in your glory days.
Yeah,
No, but
that is true.
but
That is
once
true.
again, the rock and roll stuff is the same thing over and over and over. They don't evolve.
Yeah, but they're
Those
not
guys
still
don't
talking
evolve.
about,
They don't evolve and say now that they
killing, selling drugs, and at a certain point,
Yeah.
you age out of that shit. So
Yeah,
that's the difference. They're not talking. They may be talking about partying, doing, like I said,
doing drugs and yeah. But still,
sex, drugs, what do you say? What do you say?
But
What do you say?
but violence isn't always going to be something that people want. Sex and drugs. That's
sex, drugs, and rock and roll. But that's what Jay-Z actually said. I think somebody said that about Jay-Z. Jay-Z, when you listen to rap now, he's talking about Picasso and shit that he got
that
on
was
his
me.
wall
I
now.
said that.
Yeah. He's not talking about, when he was a drug dealer. Yeah, I agree with you. Your lyrics has to evolve, but your heart, your core fans still gonna listen to what you say. But with Max B, I don't know Max B. Yeah, you taking an L on this one.
A big L.
A big
No,
L.
you can't say big L.
Big
because
L.
that's a good dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Big L. He not even here anymore.
Yeah, but that's we can't say a big L. So
no, he just a big anus because that's what he
Yeah,
wanted to do.
Big A.
He wanted the Vaseline.
Max B, the Big A.
Yeah.
Now he might want to come on that show. You talking about you see a anus? Come on, 2 cigars and blunt. No, your ass say, stay where you at, motherfucker. You good? We good.
But ladies and gentlemen, that is for us the night before we get to Tim Dog. Like we say, we always talking about politics, news, entertainment, relationships as well. So you want to make sure you check us out. But before we go, we all like to give you something funny, something to think about, or better yet, where the fuck Tim Dog get that from? What you got for us, Tim Dog?
Well, what I got something for y'all today is something that we always see, but we never really wondered, what the hell it is. So I'm going to show everyone exactly what the fuck. All right.
I didn't wonder what that was. Just
shut the hell
ahead of time.
There we go.
Hit it?
No. I got to do this first because I can't do both at the same time for some reason.
Yeah, you only got knuckles. Shit, we all know
Man,
that.
Shut up. All right. Most people use bath towels every single day without ever noticing the small details that's doing a lot of the heavy lifting. A recent report from Southern Living explains that the stripe you see near the edges of many towels, known as a Dobby border, isn't just for looks. It's actually a tightly woven section designed to reinforce the towel's structure. The extra strength band helps prevent fraying over time, keeps the towel from stretching out of shape, and supports more even wear after repeated washing and drying cycles. The rest of the towel is made for softness and absorbency. That borders acts like a built-in support system, quickly protecting the fabric from falling apart too quickly. So while most of us are focused on how fluffy or soft a towel feels, the real workhorse has been the little stripes holding everything together in the background. So the next time you go to hang up one, remember that stripe isn't just decoration, it's the towel's bodyguard that never gives up. And when I'm talking about, let me get this thing off of here. All right. I'm talking about, y'all seen towels before that has the little edges that's bordered and everything. I was going to show a video, but I can't.
Hey man, you should have gave that to all the white people that say they don't use towels or washcloths when they take a shower.
There you go, Tim Dog. There you go.
There you go. Now, if you look at it, you can see that the edges of the towels, that's a washcloth, but the little edges around the end and the strips in the middle, those are what you call the Dobby borders. And like we said, it helps to keep the towel shape, because without those borders, think about it. You put a towel in the washing machine and you're going to get those frayed edges. All it's going to do is just fall off.
Guess what? Every black household have washcloths that got holes in them.
Yeah, you're right about that. Except mine. But yes, that's there we go. Okay. So now you know that the middle of the towel is actually not the best part of the towel, but the edges called the border Dobby. Dobby borders. Now you know. And the next time you see your towel and you look like, damn, Tim Dog, why the fuck you let me know about this? Now I gotta be.
Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. I done lost 5 minutes of my life I can't get back. But that's why we call this, where the fuck Tim Dog get that from? But before we go, ladies and gentlemen, be like, give me something funny or better yet. God damn, I'm sure think about the fucking towel. You done fucked my whole jaw up for the night. Carol King, what you got for the people before we go to our after show? And make sure you shout out to social media so the people can follow you as well.
Pharaoh_71 IG, King Ryan Facebook. Today I got a quote from Buddha. Freedom comes when desire and ignorance end. Y'all remember that. Think about it.
There it is. Tim Dog, what you got for the people before we go, my brother, to our after show? And make sure you shout out to social media as well.
Hey, we're at the time of the season now where we had tornadic weather, and we have a lot of it all over the country. So if you can, prepare yourself. Know where to go in your house if you know there's a tornado coming. If you are in a tornado zone. As a matter of fact, the whole country is a tornado zone now. As the president would say, I don't see no global warming. But anyway, have a plan. Know where to go. If you don't have a safe place in the house, then create something. Get in the bathtub, take your mattress or some thick towels or quilts or whatever, and throw them on top of you in the bathroom. The bathroom is the best place. Why? Because you got pipes all around, water pipes that can protect you from debris that's coming in the house. Also, make sure that you have batteries, flashlight, some water. I don't know about y'all, but in the military, we always prepare before something even happens. It's better to have and not need than to need not have. That's my tip for you today. Tim Dog, it's Father's Love 99. I'm about to put some stuff up because 2-3 more weeks, I'm going to see my grandson. Take it easy, y'all.
There it is. My main man, Conspiracy Brother, a.k.a. Supervillain. What you got for the people before we go, my brother? Make sure you shout out to social media as well so the people can follow you.
Soul Expression. It's Friday. Go do what you got to do. I'm fucking sleepy.
That's
what?
It?
Hell?
Ready to go to bed, nigga.
Hey, I got something for you guys to think about, though.
Friday, go have
you guys
fun.
ready?
I'm sleepy.
Oh, go ahead.
You guys ever heard of a Tallahassee siege tower?
Who?
A Tallahassee siege tower.
What's that?
It is a sexual act involving one normal-sized man and 2 dwarfs. One dwarf will stand on the other dwarf's shoulders, and the top midget will kiss the man while the bottom dwarf will suck you know what. A Tallahassee siege tower. Now y'all know.
Shoot,
Well, we know
call that double mint gum.
I don't want to go to sleep with them thoughts on my mind.
Exactly. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you always catch me at the Man on the Street Show on YouTube and Facebook. Once again, I want to thank everybody that's been following me. Thank everybody that's been liking my videos. Thank everybody who's commented, whether good or bad. The Man on the Street really enjoys it. You also catch me at Creative Canvas Expressions. That's my AI channel. Hey, I tell AI what I wanted to do. AI does it, and I put it up. And when I can't think of anything, I find somebody that's AI, and I put it on my damn page like it's my own. Yeah, I don't give a damn. But once Conspiracy Brother told me you can't copyright that shit, oh, everything's mine. Oh my goodness. Make sure you come back and check us out on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock for our sports podcast we call the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast, where we talk about sports and we do that very, very well. And also, you want to come back next Friday at 8 o'clock for what you're watching right now, which is called 2 Cigars and a Blunt. But we got an after show we call Ashed Out. And this is the shit that we're going to be talking about on Ashed Out. Fellas, usually I have something for the fellas. Tonight, I got something for the ladies. Oh, ladies, y'all want to come back. Fellas, don't shoot the messenger. Shoot the motherfucker that recorded this video.
I don't know what to say about this, real. But I'm going to say, sir, that you have way more confidence than I do. I would never, and I mean never. You look like a twig. You look like a grasshopper dancing on a tree. But hey, it's not my problem. It's not my business. I'm just making an observation. Lord, help this world.
Help this world.
Anorexic Andrew.
Goddamn, when you're drunk, you gotta make that car payment. Gotta get out there. Put that work, boy.
That motherfucker look like that dude like a mix between Michael Jackson and Snoop Dogg.
Oh shit! But ladies and gentlemen, that's what we like to do on our after show. We like to have a good goddamn time. So make sure you come back and check us out in about 10 minutes. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am the man on the street.
God help us with that last clip, Pearl King.
Woo-woo. Why did the boy fall off the swing? He ain't had no arms. Tim Dog from Be More Careful.
See? That's what shit. That's what Kevin Hart shit.
And see, and that's when you just look at a motherfucker like.
He trying to hold on to the swing. Oh shit!
You the one that talk, ain't that about the bitch? Well, you probably ripping the fuck out that chain, boy. You ain't calling
First of all, who put his ass in the swing should be slapped.
Could you imagine trying to get the swing by himself?
Let me get that motherfucker.
Mr. Brother Man, we go to after show. Y'all motherfuckers stupid.
Hey, you know what's crazy is I'm sitting here trying to imagine him trying to keep a balance on that motherfucker, man.
Oh man.
Hey man, give me a push.
Man, we'll see y'all next week, man.
Yeah,
Hey, that motherfucker gets so high he does a flip automatically.
Make sure y'all come and check us out on the after show. And with that, we are out.
Relax and take notes while I take totes. Relax and take notes while I take totes of the marijuana smoke. Relax and take notes while I take totes. Relax and take notes while I take totes of the marijuana smoke.
Fellas, give me 10 minutes.